Welcome everyone to the Brockton Public Library. Today we have the honor of Cody Rooney speaking with us. He is a disability rights advocate and an Iroquois, as well as a native dancer. And he will be talking about his work as an advocate, his Iroquois identity, and how the two intersect. He will also highlight ways that Native American communities can promote inclusivity and how they can increase that. Did you want to add anything to that, Cody?
I will take it from here.
All right, so I will step aside.
Hello everyone, and on and Cody, originate all the way out in Western Massachusetts. You can imagine that if you were in Western Massachusetts, you can imagine, or Massachusetts, as you can imagine that they commute to Brockton. So I'm glad to be here. So, when first of all, I know my community will watch this either now or after, and we know the proper term is holding this only for is our no spell it, but so don't come out but when I talk about my life, it's obviously this could be a 10-hour talk to really unpack and understand my life and really also understand the challenges that people with disabilities face, and but we only have an hour or so, but I was born with cerebral palsy birthday in 1999. I know some will say, why did it take a year for you to get diagnosed with cerebral palsy? And well, as you can imagine, medicine did the advance that it was on the upright trend, but we weren't where we are today. So, but they spent really that first year trying to figure out what was wrong with me, mitochondrial syndrome. I'm sure there was others one that go to places that we could not afford to travel to. And I finally, at 1 year old, they landed on cerebral palsy. And that opened up a journey that was a grind, it was a journey. We attended the PTOT speech at least twice a week, maybe more, because I couldn't talk, I couldn't walk, which they did project when they diagnosed me. Obviously that's wrong today, and I hope that quote is only used for people they know for sure that can't walk or talk. So, as I was saying, we really the appointments every week, maybe even every day, and then additional appointments or that's not counting doctors visits, you know, they try braces on me. That did work. So it was a lot, but it got me to this point, which I will talk about in a few minutes. But really, all that was almost, let's call it success in work dedicated at beating the odds. Like, if I couldn't walk or talk, and we did all this things, so be it, But, you know, we have beliefs, and I think as a advocate, as a human, having beliefs is like huge. It's from my early child, although I just struggle with aggression. And, obviously I'm figure out why I did X, Y, Z. And I had those anger struggles because I didn't have it for it. As much as the support he was helping me, they were making decisions for
Oh, sorry, that happens. Well,
for
yeah, the light is motion sensitive. There we go.
I mean, apparently I have moved this or everything. Um,
You'd be moving enough, but I guess not.
yeah. Uh, so yeah, as much as the success team was helping me, they were making decisions for me. And, I get it, mine, 5 years old, but I started to talk, you know. I'm sure looking back on this and parents that have kids with disabilities, if you want to hear this next statement, because if your child can talk, they can make decisions, but it's your job to inform them. So, as I said, 5-year-old me doesn't have this mindset. So, but if I could go back, eh, a lot of pieces. So here's where I want to transition into the cultural realm, because my struggles, anger is tied to the benefits, the love and support I get still to this day when I go to what we call power, which are Native American events. They happen all over North America. Sometimes we do cultural exchanges to Bermuda. I know France does. Don't pay mind to those Germany ones. They're just hard. Well, don't want to say that. If we get to her, I don't want to say that. if you all know history, you probably know where I will get to when we get to that. But as we was going to powerhouse helped me, I was going all my life to one in particular open I don't miss college every Wednesday weekend up in here over New Hampshire. But I really started to grow the love for it. I was when I was 9 or 10. I'm so with my age that's 15, 16 years ago. So, something about the love, the support, the songs, the community was something I needed, or I didn't talk about was, I struggled gaining friends. I still do, partly for valid reasons now versus when I started the old. But how else really solve that issue? And I will get to where I'm at with our today in a few. And what really that just started this love and patch and was one day I actually think I was coming back from a local power back when Western Mass had quite a few powers. Now we only have one, which I'm on the planning committees for. But we get to that again when talk about what I'm doing today in order. But my dad was coming over, well, my biological dad. And, we pose this question of I love powers. Am I native American? And he's like, well, I think we all like to be called his mom. And she said yes, way back. which I get to, and now which to me, I'm native, I breathe native, I don't care if I'm forward or 10%, and we struggle out east with that. Western natives say, oh, we want to be with this, with that. Is that you have to understand the history. We were the first to get whitewashed. I know a key place. If you are from here, you know what that key place is, which is Plymouth, you have to understand that history to understand why we look the way we do. It's not that we want to be citizens, that we are disenfranchised, we're disconnected to our relatives also. It's the key to know that residential schools over North America were a thing when they believed that they could work the native out of us. So I'm native, and that's it. You ain't gonna tell me this. Somewhere I found that out. That just opened the floodgate to my love for powers. Went to as many as I could. Powers, if you are watching that know me, we all know powers 09 to 2014 were still tolerant around here. Now we know what wants to go to and what ones are. But at that time, the way I think now isn't how I thought back then, because at that time I didn't care where you brought me, as long as it was the power. I remember one power of New Greenfield, Mass. Landon, Mass, I believe, that had a real power drum, and I believe a guy or a few people here remember that the drumming on a band drum, which at that time, as I was weird, so but to by outside cultures, some traditions I mean do use a bass drum as it was sometimes the only material available. But they didn't care what, but after as I went, oh, you know, I got this one is Hallelujah. Not costume, you know, as power and things say and educators like myself. Costume is something you wear on Halloween. Candy, and you probably throw it out, you know. But regalia is something granted most of us do it for regalia for 2 to 4 days that empower, you know, most powers are 2 or 3 days. The some that are 4 days. The more out west we do have one in Long Island Labor Day weekend. That's 4, but yeah, um, yeah, I say most because you know most regalia because we can wear some of it to a job, to you know, things like this, you know, this hurts. Actually part of my regalia. And back to the main story, you know, I did this. Well, I say I didn't care about much as long as I could hear the drum, hear the music. By the way, it's not chanting unless we are being goofy and say like, oh, I guess I'm going to chant today, but we know that's not what we use when we talk about power singing, but yeah, I just think if I got gift regalia. First, there was candles front and back. That it was what we call a ribbon shirt, which is different from what I have for today. We call this a advocacy originated in the Woodland region, Michigan, Wisconsin, and all that. And I think also a pair of moccasins maybe both. But at that time, I thought I was a champion dancer, which would come a few years later when I started competing. At that time, I wasn't the best dancer, but I love and support the die. And fast forward because there's a lot and there's more key stuff I want to get to. It wasn't until my surgery in 2012, 2013, I became the dancer I am, and I'm still learning from YouTube or just by watching people because, like, back when I first started, as much as I had this fantasy of, oh, I'm a champion dancer, I knew I was just out there. If I wasn't disabled, then I'd probably think I'm just wild. But there's just I was disabled. I am, but um, but yeah, that surgery helped me get better as a dancer. Also provided a huge confidence boost at that time. I actually have full regalia, which is all the stuff I mentioned, a bus which goes on the back. You see, if you watch our videos, is what the single bus on the back. With the eagle feathers, goose, or I've seen peacock, which we can get into that Thursday in our field. It's about that. It was also, you know, I know we have my leadership stuff to cover, so I try to pick out the key pieces of my power early career, you know. But by the time I had surgery, I knew what powers what drew my spirit. And also at that time, before my surgery and little after, I was on my first drum group called Hope Medicine, which is a youth drum that's no longer around. We traveled to New Hampshire, New York, and obviously Massachusetts. And then, God moved it off of that, I will know most of us are loving great people, but there's some family and tribal politics. So that's why that was that. And then 2 years after my dream came true, which was to sing and travel with a well-established drum, At that time, I was beginning to place at competition power, which is a whole nother discussion, or I will say, I still did all attended traditional and into tribal powers. And when my first drum broke up to present day after contesting traditional power only back to my statement before of I knew what my spirit was calling for, and then so today I However, as much as I can, I'm still in this figuring out mode as my grandma was my sidekick for so many years. She's no longer able to travel, and I'm trying to see if she's interested in a Colorado one. I'm going to next year, but um, I still place I travel mostly to the bigger ones now, except for the universities. I was just at Harvard in the September. I was at Brownback in April, and you come back in March. So just a lot of knowing what drives me and knowing what drives my spirit. Now, okay, I'm not done talking about ours, but I think it ties into my next segment, which, the poster said advocacy or talked about was my childhood and my cultures. So I started off my leadership journey in 2016 where I attended the youth leadership forum over in Bridgewater, not too far from here. And at that time, I had a passion for leadership teamwork because at that time I was also the head manager of my high school hockey team. And that same year is when we won the championship. So my juices, my motivations were forward, left, and right. No. So, but I didn't understand some in which I could ever want now. You attended conferences, but what are you doing when you get home? When you get on that plane back? That's what makes a leader. You can say all travel the country, take conferences, maybe speak on a panel, but what makes you a leader? I didn't quite understand. So I went back that following year, same thing happened, and I went, felt I got a lot, which I did, but it didn't benefit me till a few years later. And then announcement in 2018 said for my hockey team at that time, if but 2019 I look at that drugstore of my leadership advocacy career. Something in me was how's the time if you don't dig deep now, the window will close. And if I didn't act, we know what happened a year later. I can't say it because this will get on YouTube and they don't like the word. But we all know what happened. But I attended that same conference I've been to for 2 years, but I was here. I felt sense of responsibility. And after that, got invited out to Boston. And a few weeks later, for a program, rest in peace to that program, asked us to serve the and that's our bosses were oh shoot, I can have a community and have plans to go full steam ahead with opportunities, powers, and March of 2020 happened. And I sat at my desk at work now, It's very going past in 2 weeks, is it? So I really saw how a 2 week vacation little the we know a year and a half in But during that time, once again, I dug deep, you know, great people brought powers online. They created social distance power, which has a huge following today. I really hope eventually they host the actual power because it impacted so many of us. It got us by a time when it was tough. You know, people like myself was what the hell are we gonna do now? So, no, but, you know, I got involved in every virtual program put on by partners with youth with disabilities in Eastern Still two of the many powerhouses here in Eastern Mass in the state of Atlanta, George Floyd happened. And I followed that day night. Sometimes I would stay up until 2 a.m. just following the riots and just this cry for help, a cry that we have a problem which is inclusivity, which, you know, I will title, or I just rambled on about after, and, but, you know, that really sparked my interest in, okay, let's take this leadership and advocacy journey to the next level. And I did that. I joined a mentoring program, was the mentor, and then I joined, I threw my hat into a task force, you know, as we talked about George Floyd. And that's why that task force was created, to just, you know, got away from the real mission, but we can chat about that. And then, um, after that, I was let's take a step further in get involving student government. So I was just a general member for a week before I stepped into leadership role. Now, all started off as treasurer in a real basic job. Not much was asked, but I felt I had room hour, which I did, because I will say this: if we have any young people watching and gearing up for college, or even trying to find their identity in college, get involved in student government, get involved what you can, because it opened again those floodgates of what I can do next. Oh, spent a semester as treasurer. Then I spent my final 3 semesters as vice president. And that right there was a holy crap, we can take the student to another level. And we did in 2022. I joined my first national organization. Actually, I think two at that time. One brought me out to DC for the first time. If you haven't been to DC, try and figure out your place. Go to DC. Just be in the city limits provides the sense of empowerment and encouragement. You could just be easy out. Go best decision I made. Almost by now been down there 10 times. I think I counted back last month before I took off in Boston 8 times actually, but well on my way to number 10, as early as June of next year. Get involved nationally, open the floodgate the question may come up, why so backwards? Would you want no Cody, the state, the national, I was in the mindset, and I'm still into the take every opportunity you can, because you never know where it leads you. You really don't. And fast forward because I feel I'm up against the call here. Um, I got finally vote locally on my local cultural council, and I got asked to sit on the disability advisory council as well. Like, somewhere in there, I forget. I think, yeah, last year I joined the Massachusetts Development or Disabilities Council, and again, I spent very little time as a general member became vice. Well, I ran for vice chair in September, like a great leader, much respect. I was driving home from DC. Yes, I made that 7 hour drive back. And I told who I went down with, if there was a leader to lose to, it's him. Another well-known advocate, especially in these areas of the state. Yeah, well, he dropped out for personal reasons, and then I was frustrated on the council, and that has brought so many opportunities both statewide and national. I just was at a conference assistant, even though that was on my to-do list as an attendee, but in this work, you really help each other, your family. So, and we saw that, all throughout last in July, we were 7 deep. All went out to eat, went out to local establishment. But, you know, doing this work is really rewarding. So, how does this all tie together? What I think is easy when you have that foundational support for me, my native community, my mother, obviously, grandma, etc. You can grow. And that for me was my major community now endless love and support. And then now my work, you know, I don't say college for both people, they are my family. So, and you know, I just miss a piece that's posted on the Mass Live I was named the Indigenous Leader in Massachusetts. I said in that article, and I say this here, if it wasn't for my native community and the support I get, I wouldn't be where I am. And I said we all can agree and so forth. So, um, so having that support is huge. You won't succeed as a leader. And here's for with this statement because people can, but it's much harder without support even getting here. You know, my community I hold down because sometimes I'm a consultant or contractor, I would say payment is a struggle, but you know, no, I have said that because that's or the reality of what I do. And no, I don't do it for money. I do it for to educate because I want a equal, inclusive society. And absolutely, that's the perfect segue to my last. So I want to talk about is how can neither communities be inclusive, and I don't know how we are on time.
So yeah, it's 7:24 now. So
Alright, I keep it brief. And so how can Native communities include people with disabilities? Obviously, colonial organizations do well. I'm on countless boards, commissions, focus groups, and I try to do this type of things where I'm my own boss. And but there's the gap when we talk about native communities, you know, there's a group, not even, that's still ran by able bodies, don't with just they have disabled. Because there's nothing I learned no and get people on my sidewalk and please correct me if I'm wrong. Don't come for my head because one thing you will next power is a um but you know there's so many models across the country that tribal communities can take from, and that could be simple as a social group of tribal members with disabilities, but we need to make sure there's a path of advancement, you know, because being a participant, and I saw this during 2020, that's why I don't really do that. What I did, there's no formality, there's no path to advance. But first is that we got to believe that people with disabilities are intelligent, more their value members of our communities. We all say they are an inspiration, cause I heard that a hell of a lot. I still do. So if I'm an inspiration, why don't I have a voice at tribal council? Why do I don't have a voice on a tribal board? So we need, okay, you know what I went through, saying and doing one thing requires a follow up action plan. So, and lastly, you know, the conversation needs to begin at the top. Like, our tribe wants to hire this pains me because this is slow progression, but like one person with a disability, yeah, it's one person, but it's better than zero people. So just showing progress that our communities here, and I will highlight in this will be my last point, you know, how else I do recognize people with disabilities. I've been recognized as several. I've been honored and all of people who are really putting the message out. There is a house and Winnipeg have a disability dance contest, I believe. Next year, if family is hosting a contest out at the largest powwow in North America, which now us tribal people debate, we feel this other powers bigger now. But that's putting out the word. That's saying, hey, they are relatives too, we should recognize them as well. We do a great job at recognizing able-bodied tribal members. But now it's time to switch the narrative because it's time, it's about to be 2025 and we're still fighting for a voice. Let's have all voices at the table and just become one big inclusive society. I will do it as I said on the top. I have a lot more I can dive into, but I know we all have to travel back to our communities, and yeah, we if we do have questions, now is the time.
Okay, so we have a few people on Facebook, I mean, on, Zoom, I noticed, and then we have quite a few people on Facebook, so, if any of you have any questions, please, post them in the chats, otherwise I have some I can ask. Lucia, did you have any questions? Okay, so I guess I can just kind of ask some to get people started. So, actually, one of the reasons why I had invited you, because, there's a book, I think I asked you about it before and you said you hadn't actually read it, but it's, called A Disability History of the United States. And it talks specifically about the, Haudenosaunee. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, you're close.
At the beginning, and it's actually talking about how in sort of the foundational myths history of the Confederation, the peacemaker actually had a stutter and needed the help of Hiawatha to actually communicate his message. And she talks about how that exemplifies kind of the ideas in Native culture of everyone having an ability and kind of having a balance. And is that something that you find is part of the culture?
I mean, in public, I think everyone's kind of forced to say, oh yeah, I accept you, you're an inspiration, which for a lot of people that's genuine, but we have to ask, what do they really know about disability? Because when I go to strike up a conversation, if I had someone with me, they will automatically look to them. So you're asking me, or what happens, they will know what I will say and finish it. So I think we have somewhere to go to and I still walk in the top, but I also, as you were telling me the history of how in the book, it's just we need to get back to foundations. We also lost in contemporary mindset, contemporary living that we forget what got us here. I mean, we shouldn't forget, because if you're able to find a book on it as out there by who's picking that book up.
Okay, and then we had another question from someone on Zoom. She says, did you have any suggestions for young people dealing with an identity crisis as a Native American and or with a disability?
So I just talk about which is student government is that, even though it's in college, on like even in a college like program get involved. It doesn't have to be student government. It could be a club they are interested in. That will help find what they are passionate about. Because what I failed to mention, I went through 3 or 4 major changes. I was a coach major, health and fitness, human services, public policy, and now personally the course science. So that in itself, I had this identity crisis even when I knew what I wanted to do. Or, so just getting involved in what they're passionate about. If they're not in college, I know if they are like Worcester East or Worcester this, a bunch of programs that are unfortunately not named to run, but they're still great that will help people find their identity, to find what they are passionate about. And for me, culturally, I say hearing that I was in Wannabe was kind of hurtful, but in that situation, rely on people that love you, if you hear support over always hear negative, your mindset will change. In most cases, so, and just getting involved, knowing yourself, or try to understand yourself
Yes, so the library is going to be closing in about 15 minutes, so we have to wrap things up. But if you have any last minute questions, you can post them in the chat right now, or you can reach out to me, and I can pass it on to Cody. Yeah, I think we're going to have to wrap up. Thank you for attending.